give the point. I personally feel commissioners properly reward points. All right. That's all I'm saying. All right. So now that we're done with drafting, we're gonna say here real quick. We're gonna move on to players to target. Here are my players that you should be targeting. Patrick Mahomes, of course. At quarterback, you should be targeting Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts in the second round. When I'm talking about targeting, I am telling you what rounds to target. So Pat should be in the first round. Jalen and Josh should be targeted in the second round. Okay. Um, Lamar, Herbert, Lawrence, Burrow, they should be targeted in rounds 4, 5, and 6. I would say Russell Wilson is a sleeper pick, and he should be stolen in round 5 or 6. Yeah. Because I think he's going to be a lot better this year. I don't have a problem with Russell Wilson. That's where I was stealing if I'm looking for a quarterback, and if I'm happy with the targets I have, and I can like sneak in a quarterback real quick, late, like in the middle, and then go back to what I'm doing, it'll be Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson. Again, I don't know why Deshaun Watson ended up on somebody like in the waiver wire, like not drafted. That baffled me, but that's where I would be stealing those two quarterbacks. Okay, receivers, obviously, you should be targeting Justin Jefferson. You should be targeting Jamar Chase. However, target T. Higgins. I'm seeing T. Higgins on rosters actually, so I'm very happy that I'm seeing that. I don't think I'm hearing excitement about T. Higgins though. Guys, be excited about this guy, okay? He is going to produce for you. Be very excited about T. Higgins, okay? You should be targeting Devontae Smith. He's going to be a beast. Yes, target Tyreek Hill, but you should also be targeting Jalen Waddle. I would target Christian McCaffrey, because why? He is Mr. Dual Threat, rushing and passing. I would be targeting. I'm sticking him in there with the receivers. But he's also number one at running back, and then Nick Chubb behind that. But I'm just because he will catch receiving passes, so that's why I'm putting him there. You should be targeting Zay Flowers, George Pickens. You should be targeting. You should target Odell Beckham Jr. You should be targeting Odell Beckham. Look, I don't think he's going to last the whole season, and I just think because of the way he runs those beautiful short routes, he's going to tear his legs up like he normally does. But he should be targeted in late rounds. He's going to put up wonderful numbers, especially in the red zone. He's going to be heavily used in the red zone. Bateman should not be heavily targeted because he is going to be the stretch option, but he's also going to be the third or fourth in targets. You understand what I'm telling you? He's going to be the second receiver, but he's going to be the third or fourth option in targets. You understand what I'm telling you? So he should not be targeted. He should be looked at late if you can steal, okay? But do not target Rashad Bateman. That time of targeting for him is over. You should be targeting Flowers or Odell Beckham. Yes, I am saying target Odell Beckham Jr. Of course, you should target Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon. I don't talk a lot about him. I think I talked about him on one of my episodes, but he should be a target. Absolutely. I think Joe Mixon is going to play great football. Whoever your fantasy owners are to have him, they're going to be absolutely happy with the production that he puts up. I truly believe that. With the situations that he was dealing with are over, he came to work. He signed his contract with less money, meaning he wants to stay. He wants to win a Super Bowl with that team. I respect players like that so much that it is to the point that I respect it. It's because they come out and play in that fashion. Okay, the only thing that hinders it is they can play that hard and get hurt. So I'm just being wary. I'm not saying that's that type of season, but I'm saying it could be. You know, I don't like to wish injuries on players. You know, but certain things just have that smell in the air. I'm not saying this one does. I'm not putting that out there. Not gonna work. I really don't want to put that on Mixon. I really want him to have an amazing year. Another player to target at receiver is Mike Williams. Yeah, I said it. Mike Williams. Target Mike Williams. You have to. I just think this is the year, maybe even a 1,400-yard year for Mike Williams. Like, real talk. I think he's going to be a heavy target usage this year. I think He is the direction of the team, and I think that's just where they're gonna go. What I mean is, I think everything is geared towards having him a big year. Him and his quarterback Herbert, both of them are gonna have that year. Excuse me. I think Austin Eckler has a setback, and not a bad one. What I mean is, those targets are going to go to Williams. I'm sorry. They have to force it that way because everything about them winning has to go through them. Like that, it just has to be what it has to be for them to get to the playoff, for them to win. The ball sharing phase is over. The kumbaya, we're happy as a team, that's over. Now we have to lead. We need leaders. Okay, he's going to lead the receiving corps. You got your quarterback leading. That defense looked like they're ready to lead and go. All right, so Chargers have a lot of work to do. They kept this coach that I did not think was a great idea. So they have a lot of work to do. They have to win 11 games this year and get in the playoffs, okay? And they have to perform better than being blown out or having a blowout and then losing to, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Can't do that. Can't do that at all. More players to target. Kenny Pickens. Yes, target Kenny Pickens. Why would you not? Target Sam Howell. Boy, hey, look. I have been screaming Kenny Pickett and Sam Howell before this show started. Certain guys just have that itch that needs to show the scratch. They're going to show it. They're going to show that they have it. They've had this itch for a minute, okay? And they had the opportunity to scratch it right off everybody. Look, I'm not saying they're going to have humongous years. I think Kenny Pickett will be carried by the entire team, but not overshadowed. What I mean is he will be a part of the carry. He will have 4,200 passing yards. That's a part of a carry. You can't. If he only had 22, then I can say, yeah, he was just nothing there, but the back, a guy that helped. No. He's gonna be a part of all of it. They're all doing it. The offense, the defense, the special teams. It is all coming together. I'm about to lose power. It's all coming together this year. It's exactly what it's gonna do. Okay. So yes, target Kenny Pickens. Well, I don't know why you wouldn't target Lamar Jackson. So look, Lamar Jackson throw 4,700, 4,500. I'm telling you, target. I'm telling you. Defenses. Target San Francisco. Target the Chargers. Target the Cowboys defense. Yes, they're gonna have turnovers. Cowboys defense is going to secure turnovers, and they are going to score. Okay. They're winning 9 games. Again, that division is not an easy division to deal with, and their schedule ain't the best. It's hard. And they're going to win 9 games out of that. Will they make the playoffs? That's going to come down to Sam Howell in that Washington game. That's going to come down to the last game of the season. Because in order for them to win, they need 10 and beat Washington. If Washington wins and wins 9, they keep Cowboys at 9. Washington's in the playoffs. We already there, baby. I can't wait. Oh, my God, I can't wait. So, yes, target Washington's defense. I am big on Washington's defense this year as well. Target Sam if you want. You better target him with your last pick. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm not telling you to target Sam with the top 5, top 10. No. Everybody who I've told to get Sam Howell has literally taken him with their very last pick. And that's what you need to do. Have your other quarterback. Have Sam as your backup. What I'm saying is, he is still going to have a great year. Would you rather have him, or would you rather have to play against him if he blows up? Is what I'm saying, right? And if he doesn't do good, he was your last pick. You drop him, and I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think with Sam Howell, you secured your second quarterback, depending on who else is your first quarterback. I'm telling you, if you got Kenny Pickett with your last pick, you secured a strong backup if you've already had a strong starter. That's what I'm saying. When I say target these guys, that's right. Remember, I'm telling you, target those 2 quarterbacks late, not early. Okay. And remember, I'm telling you to target these defenses, and I'm not telling you to target these defenses early. However, there is a player I do want to bring up. If you do have him this position in your leagues, he deserves a top 7 pick, like 7, 6. He does, and that's the leg, baby. Okay, that's the Ravens kicker. He has to look. He's been kicking these 60-yarders as a career. Like, he deserves a top pick because he's going to be kicking field goals for a while, buddy. Like this is just what when you who was it? Robbie Gold was him. You had my guy. I can't remember his name, but the Seahawks kicker. When I would brag about the Seahawks and Marshawn Lynch running the ball, and they had that beautiful kicker. Certain kickers, they command that respect. They really do. So he targeted him, and he does deserve a top pick because he gonna kick some. You're gonna end up with 17 points, 17, 20 points as a kicker with him. This is the way that works. Target Fairbear, the Houston Texas kicker. Houston can't score in the red zone. I'm sorry, I don't think they can score in the red zone. I think C.J. Stroud's arm is good and nice in the open field, and then when that field shrinks, it's too strong. They have not minimized him yet. They have not found that right throw. They haven't found that touch, and he's overthrowing in the red zone. You cannot do that. And then when they run the ball in the red zone, it's not effective. They're either leaving with unsuccessful fourth downs, or they're kicking a field goal. Target the kicker. And that means any type of team has struggles in the red zone, target that kicker. Okay. You want to target the Broncos kicker. Any kicker that is a part of a Sean Payton offense, you need that kicker. All right. Pittsburgh Steelers kicker is a great kicker as well. Boswell, if they still have him. I did not remember. I didn't do any kickers. I'm going off of hopefully these names. Some of these names are still here. And some of them are not. Because I do know some kickers did get released actually. All right, so who else are we targeting? Steelers defense, Patriots defense. We need to target the Patriots defense. I don't see anything. No. I'm sorry. Not the Patriots defense. The Dolphins defense. Yes, you do need the Dolphins defense. They're going to be absolutely good. I think they're going to be top 15. But they're going to be good at turning the ball over. They're going to have a lot of turnovers. The issue with them is you only want them early in the season because after week 5 or 6, they'll play good in the beginning, and they're going to have a lot of points for you in the beginning. And then because of the way their offense is ran, they're going to cough up points in the fourth quarter, and then all the points you're worth of are going to start shrinking. You're going to end up with like 8 points at the end of the game. So only target the Dolphins defense within the first 4 weeks of football. Excuse me. All right, so players we got to stay away from. I'm staying away from Alexander Madison. I'm staying away from Deebo Samuels. I'm staying away from Deebo. I'm staying away from Deebo because I expect Brandon Ayuk to just blow up. All right. I didn't say target Brandon Ayuk, stay away from Deebo. And what I mean by stay away, if you don't need Deebo with a top pick, get someone else and fall to Brandon Ayuk is what I'm saying. Okay. I think Deebo's only going to put up 1,100 yards this year, maybe 12. That's all I think. But I think he's only going to get maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns. I think Brandon will have 8 to 10 touchdowns this year. I think he will be heavily looked for at the receiving position. And I think he's going to completely explode. 1,500 yards for Brandon Ayuk this year. Coach is stamping it. I would stay away from Justin Fields. I don't like what I see in Chicago. I still don't like the offense. Sorry. I don't like it. Nope. I don't like it. Stay away from Dak. I do think he's putting up 15 picks this year. Stay away from Daniel Jones. I don't think those numbers are going to mimic what he did last year. And I don't think the Giants are going to be that good this year at all. I'm not going to say stay away from Bijan. I know everybody got him. I'm going to say be weary. Stay away from Brian Robinson, though. I think Antonio Gibson is going to have a big year because he's going to catch a lot of balls. Stay away from Brian Robinson. I think he's only going to average 1,000 yards on the ground, maybe 1,200. And that just depends on, because what I believe is if Sam Howell is that good, if the Washington Redskins get in trouble and need certain things to maintain or to get over the hump and win in that game, they're going to completely abandon the run because they have Gibson. We can do that. So target Gibson. I'm not targeting Brian Robinson. I am not targeting DK Metcalf. Sorry. But I'm also not going to target Tyler Lockett because I think they're going to run the ball better So target both Kenneth Walker, and yes, Zach Cabernet. Yes, target both them boys. But I'm not, when I say don't talk, when I say don't target, when I say don't target, I mean don't be too eager. Like if you can't get them, you find other people and let somebody else have them. That's what I mean. Let somebody else draft them. Okay. If nobody drafts them and they fall to you late, yeah, you take them as value. You have your targets in mind of who you want to give yourself the proper production for your team. Remember, this is all about your team. All right. Target Amari Cooper. And target Donovan People-Jones. I think he's going to have a really big year. I stayed away from him. I didn't talk much about him, but I think they're going to be okay this year. As long as the offense is led by Nick Chubb, those receivers are going to be just fine. Okay, I don't think they're going to be the targets. It's going to be Amari Cooper and Donovan Peoples, so they're going to get their target share. And this is why I'm saying yes, target Donovan Peoples. And who was another big target? Of course, Javonte Williams, Najee Harris are my big targets. But we want to stay away from. Let's stay away from those Eagles running backs. Let's get them off the wire. All right, I don't trust any of it because I really think they're all going to get used. Okay, don't sit here and think that somebody's taking the lead. No, that's not how this coach works. He wants everybody in the game because if you're honest, check this game. He plays all his running backs. None of them have big numbers, right? In fantasy. Sorry for us, but you know what he has when he goes into the playoffs? All of his running backs. Remember, these coaches don't play for us. They play for them. Okay, they coach for them. It ain't about us, right? So we got to when we draft, keep in mind what team you drafted from and what that coach is like. That's another part of the strategy. All right. Keep in mind who the coach is. For instance, why am I so high on Pittsburgh Steelers receivers or weapons? Because their coaches, duh. Najee got drafted as a rookie. He fed that man 300 times in the passing game. Like, really? Yes. That's what they wanted to do. They don't have a problem showcasing their talent. And that's what y'all got to remember. You got to look at those types of teams. Who was showcasing, who was not. Detroit, go get Jamar Gibbs. Did I have him high? No. I kept him right where he was as a rookie because with the Detroit Lions, I really got to see. But he should be targeted. Yeah, I'm not telling you target him high like you would have Bijan Robinson. But yeah, he should be targeted. He's going to get the ball. He's going to be the running back for the team, okay? Oh, seeing as Kamara suspended for the first 4 games, whatever, 3 or 4 games. Yeah. So bad. Williams, he's with the Saints. He needs to be heavily used in the first few weeks, and he's going to run the ball, and he's a between the tackles runner. And to be quite honest with you, even after that, don't drop him. I still think he's going to be a runner in that Saints offense because he runs between the tackles, not Kamara. Let's remember that, people. Kamara don't run between the tackles, okay? Would I think Kamara be okay with Carr? We'll have to see. I think it can work. Because Carr can throw to the back, to the running back, but we'll have to wait and see. That's basically all. We have to wait and see with that. With 11 games winning on the season, I'm thinking it should. I'm just not going to tell you to target Kamara because, again, I have not seen him produce properly without Drew Brees. So I got to see it. That's all. I got to see it. All right. Now, last but not least, right? Because we had a great show. But this is going to be our last segment for this live episode until we come back next week and get ready for week 1. Because Coach got to do some more homework and research for next week because we got lineups to do next week. All right. But to end this show, let's talk real quick about setting up your lineup. We got week 1 coming. Everybody's stressed. Everybody needs to know who to start. Who should I put in? Who should I put on the bench? Relax. You shouldn't be doing anything with your roster right now. Nothing. You know what I like to do with my roster at this point in time? Strip the whole thing and put everybody on the bench. I want nobody who I got to play against as we sit here looking at my roster of my starters and trying to think he can strip. No. If you want to know how bad you think you got to play me, go look at everybody because they're on the bench. And go think you know who I'm going to start. See, play mind games. I play with the mind. I play up here. There's no need to set your lineup right now, guys. Relax. Only thing you need to be doing right now to get ready for your lineup, read reports. Okay, read all the fantasy player reports. Okay. You're gonna get some drafts depending on how many receivers you got. You go, so or not drafts, trades. It's okay to trade right now. Absolutely. Like, I mean, it's okay.